Our names are Ben, Renish, and Spencer, and this is the Second Industrial Revolution.
Today, we will be talking about the Second Industrial Revolution along with the people behind it. This era started in the late 1800s and continued until the early 1900s. In this small amount of time, the people of America made huge technological advances, making America the most industrialized and advanced country in the world.
The first person we'll be talking about is Andrew Carnegie. He was a Scottish-American industrialist who led the enormous expansion of the American steel industry in the late 19th century. He's often identified as one of the richest people and one of the richest Americans ever. He built a leadership role as a philanthropist for the United States and the British Empire. During the last 18 years of his life, he gave away to charities, foundations, and universities about $350 million, almost 90% of his fortune. His 1889 article proclaiming the gospel of wealth called on the rich to use their wealth to improve society and stimulated a wave of philanthropy.
John D. Rockefeller was one of the richest person in the world. Let's talk about how he got there.
John Davison Rockefeller was an American oil industry business magnate and philanthropist who's considered to be the wealthiest American of all time by virtually every source and largely the richest person in modern history. He got all this money from a Standard Oil Company, Inc. He founded the Standard Oil Company Incorporated in 1870 as an Ohio partnership with his brother William, along with Henry Flagler, Jabez A. Bostwick, Samuel Andrews, and a silent partner, Stephen V. Harkness. He ran it until officially retiring in 1897. As kerosene and gasoline grew in importance, Rockefeller's wealth soared, and he became the richest person in the country, controlling 90% of all oil in the United States at his peak, which was estimated at $336 billion. He spent the last 40 years of his life in retirement at his estate, Kikwit, in Westchester County, New York. His fortune was mainly used to create the modern systematic approach of targeted philanthropy. He was able to do this through the creation of foundations that had a major effect on medicine, education, and scientific research. His foundations pioneered the development of medical research and were instrumental in the eradication of hookworm and yellow fever. Cornelius Vanderbilt started off with nothing, but as life progressed, he went and became the leader and owner of every railroad industry in America. He even went on to build some of the largest railroads. Cornelius Vanderbilt, also known informally as Commodore Vanderbilt, was an American business magnate and philanthropist who built his wealth in railroads and shipping. Born poor and having but a mediocre education, he used perseverance, intelligence, and luck to work into leadership positions in the inland water trade and invested in the rapidly growing railroad industry. He's best known for building the New York Central Railroad. Henry Ford, an American industrialist, the founder of the Ford Motor Company and the sponsor of the development of the assembly line technique of mass production. Although he invented neither the automobile nor the assembly line, he developed and manufactured the first automobile that many middle-class Americans could afford. In doing so, Ford converted the automobile from an expensive curiosity into a practical conveyance that would profoundly impact the landscape of the 20th century.
All in all, these people are the reason why we are where we are today and ultimately change the entire country for the better.